Flipyap has a really interesting approach to art. Everything is very personal, everything is very isolationist. It's almost as if he's inviting us in. He's closing the door, but he's leaving the keyhole open. In many of his drawings, it's as if he's trying to find seclusion, but at the same time is giving a nod to the camera. He's saying, please look closely. Everything is dark and mysterious. Even this simple traffic light, the way it's blowing in the wind. I know it's a nod towards Twin Peaks, I believe it's called. But it's about isolation, it's about loneliness, and all of his art is more or less in that department. It's always dark, it's always focused on one single thing. Your eyes are not meant to stray, they're meant to focus right in. And it's always this figure in the centre that draws your attention. This woman, for instance, she strolls out of what light there is from the blinds, which also reminds us that there are light outside, but there's no light within. And she finds a corner. I mean, it's a passageway, but the way it's framed is that it's a corner. It's a sensual image. It moves very slowly, very deliberately, but there's a despair there. As she slides down the wall, it turns from sensualness to despair, and at the very end, she turns her knees inwards to protect herself from the outside. This is an interesting window, I believe, into the artist. I can relate to this. I understand this. And I get the feeling that it's a bit like the religious person who suddenly becomes an atheist and has always believed that we are special, and then suddenly finds out that we are very tiny. We're a tiny speck in the infinite universe, and that insignificance is too much for the artist to bear. The expression is of one of emotion rather than enlightenment. And I feel by looking at his art that I understand him. I get him. And here, I think, is a clue to what I'm saying. We've got many faces, but each face is fractured. This is as close to honesty as you can get, I believe. It's again set in a dark environment. The focus is entirely on this. That keyhole is so important. It's making us look. But these are masks. These are different faces, fractured. And you associate that with the despair and forlorn in the woman sliding down the wall, and the loneliness of the traffic lights swinging, amongst other artwork is produced. And this is somebody who is working entirely on feelings. His artwork is expressing nothing but feelings. And that's why I find it fascinating, the contrast between him and Bevis too. They are looking at the same aspects, but from completely different viewpoints. And I find that really interesting. Everything is slow. It's that slowness, like a malaise. He's not just asking us to look, he's asking us to discover.